Yeah, Philosopher A.D. Jones. If you will, I would like to revisit the past. Whether it was a plan, plotted, happenstance, or let's just see what it do. I'm talking about crack. The crack era, not the cocaine era, because the cocaine era was early 80s, late 70s-ish, disco. Dance, dance, you know, that. So I want to focus on crack. However it originated, whatever the motivation was, I would really like to dig deep as far as what it did to our community infrastructure. I'm not gonna go where we were. I'm not talking about slavery. I'm not talking about Jim Crow, none of that, which is very important. And I'm not talking about the 2000s. I'm literally taking like 85, because in Cali it was roughly out there, it was transitioning. It came to Cincinnati literally in 88. You know what I'm saying? I seen the transition from individuals putting powder in paper, folding it up perfectly into a 6, into an 8, into an 8 ball. You know what I'm saying? You saw that. You seen individuals snip powder. But then it was a transition. It was a transition. The same people that used to come and get powder, they was coming through who got that ready. Somebody ready? Who got that ready? Yeah, that ready rock. Now, being on the turf, you like ready rock. So you asking around, you asking the individuals that indulge, like, man, what is this? Oh, basically it's free base. Free what? Free base. The cocaine is the base. You know what I'm saying? Then you got a freak or whatever. It's free base. And then, well, what is free base? Well, you take the powder, you put it on a spoon with water in it. You take your lighter or a candle, heat the spoon, and the base turns into, it looks like wax in water. It turns into like a wax circle or a bubble. And what happens is all the powder infuses into a solid. So molecularly, with the addition of baking soda, it formalized and crystallized into a solid. Okay? Once it became a solid, you removed the fire. You know what I'm saying? It was like a solid mass. It was like a jelly mass, but when you remove the fire, it becomes solid. It comes like a brick. Where in a spoon, it comes like a little rock. Henceforth, crack rock. Drop it on a table or whatever, just table. Let the water run off. It ain't a lot of water because it's in a spoon. And you let it cool off. Some people will blow on it. Some people throw it straight in the freezer. Bing! Take it, brick, freeze it, plop. Some people just set it down and just let the room temperature do what it do. Some people put it in the microwave. But the process isn't the basis of this discussion. Okay? As we do laundry. The process was the transition. The process was the manifestation of mental capacities coming together with science to manifest one of the baddest motherfucking legions on the planet. Whoever's energy was behind this formulation was a bad motherfucker. Were they sinister? It's possible. Or the motivation could have been greed. But when you break it down, what spiritual entity whispered to who? They say, hey, look, this is a coca leaf, okay? You take this, you beat it, powder comes out of it. You know, if you grew up around it, you plop it, put it in your mouth, chew it, you like the way it made you felt. But you know you couldn't stop biting on it. So one day you said, or your mom probably said, I want to make some stew with this. It'd probably make us feel good, you know, whatever. It could have even been a garnish with some meat, some bush meat or whatever. You never know. But one day, one of the women probably was beating some of the other vegetables, just started beating it, and some powder came out. And she dipped the powder in her finger, put it on the tip of her tongue. Ooh, it was numb. Interesting. That toothache she had, she started putting it on there. Eventually, the word got out, the other individuals used it for pain. They used the coca leaf for pain. They used the coca leaf for motivation. It was a positive plant. Until somebody said, how can I? Well, let's break it down. A manifestation or an entity in the other realm whispered to somebody, hey, whispered to somebody and said, hey, why are you letting them use this stuff and feel good for free? Why? You could be making money. Now, money is different in different areas. And I'm speculating at this time, money wasn't cash nor coins. It was probably cattle, livestock, land, power, whatever. Anyway, one man probably said, I want to capitalize on all of this, but I'm weak. I'm small, but I have a strong mind and a strong heart. So I will get my brothers, my family. We will control this. And as they control the infrastructure of the coca leaf, eventually the word got out as far as what they were doing, and somebody had to combat them. But they met with opposition. Henceforth, gangs in the bush, tribes, probably started doing the same thing in their area, and now it's a drug war in the bush. It's a coca war in the bush. Eventually, coca wars evolved into gangs. The gangs eventually evolved into cartels. Tiring of warring against each other, along with noticing, hey, we killing our own people. We need to chill out. The world is bigger than us. And other places have heard what we were doing. We start shipping to them. What about, the US? How can we get it there? Well, we got family over there. You know, we've been sending them to school and trying to make a good life. Let's get it up there to see what it do. See what it do. Eventually, it hits. Boom! Because they've been shipping the powder. But they crack demon. When the Ready Rock Demon first of all, is the Ready Rock Demon and the crack demon the same demon, or are they cousins or brothers or an extension of cocaine? Okay, coca. I don't know, but I will say this: crack demon came through, right? The crack demon came through and wiped out food out the refrigerator, wiped out furniture out the house, wiped out any type of cleaning products as far as maintaining your hygiene. That was gone. So therefore, self-esteem is out the window because you're going to school dirty, stinky, and hungry. Standing in food lines. You know what I'm saying? Receiving food stamps, ain't nothing wrong with that because you need help. But you standing in food lines daily. You know? This was on a massive scale. Not one or two, a massive scale. Individuals that had dignity that didn't partake, didn't get infused with the crack or Ready Rock Demon, eventually became victims. So people would steal from them, rob them, whatever, because they was trying to be good people. But with that demon on the loose in your neighborhood, transformation. The transformation progressed into, what could I say? Us now. We got crack babies. These demons had babies. These demons had offspring, which created individuals who now are addicted to codeine, to pills, to a drink that makes you dependent upon its cousin or brother, the heroin demon. But we not gonna talk about that right now. Now, with crack has cracked many a heads. Think about it. Like, really think about it. See, because this crack demon, right? This crack demon ravished neighborhoods, took virginities and turned great women, and I can't call them prostitutes. They were just became scarecrows addicted to it. It had the strength and ability to make an individual lose their language. People that used to be able to articulate began to literally crack the teeth out of our mouths, crack the intelligence out of our heads, crack the way good eating habits. We went from eating home-cooked meals together as a family to on-the-go bags of chips and Dixie cups, sugar. I can't remember the last time I saw somebody on the street addicted to crack take a vitamin. You know what I'm saying? So it took away, it cracked the ability of sports to enhance from the hood. You stop seeing football games, basketball games, coaches. They were all on dope. You know what I'm saying? They were all on dope. It cracked the financial, fiscal fortitude to want to become better at the time. It gave you a sense of hopelessness. It was so cold, it cracked the grass from the ground. The manicure lawns became pathways to buy dope. People quit cutting the grass. You just had a path. You know where to go. Go that tall grass. Go through there. It's a house back there. You get what you need. It cracked freedom, along with certain legislations and presidents that locked up generations of kings and queens. It realigned the future with death, spiraling to the now. When you think back, if you experienced it, the quality of food went down, the quality of clothing went down, the quality of even spirituality in church. At the time, church was camaraderie. That was the only escape. A lot of people wasn't enlightened, including myself. All you had was the Lord. That might be a positive manifestation because people was a way to break away from the establishment. That's another discussion. The crack demon is possibly a reason now young guys don't wash their ass. Because the women, they used to do their thing, and the men, they would skip baths for a week. And now that's a normal habit for some of these normal guys. Quit combing their hair, quit brushing their teeth. It was all about the dollar for the dope. Nowadays, it's all about the dollar for the dope, the dopamine. Cars, clothes, hoes could be dudes too. Drinking and smoking and partying to fulfill void. The crack demon, though, to end, he lost power, but he also gained some new generations. Being a therapist, I have come across a many who has been addicted to the presence of the demon of crack. And there's one constant. Everybody who's done it for the first time hear a bell. Bing! Hear the bell ring. And they all are chasing that first ring of the bell like cattle. They say it was the best feeling in the world. And sadly, they know they'll never feel it again. No matter how long they chase the demon, no matter how far they chase the demon, how fast they run after the demon, they are never gonna be fast enough for the crack demon. It's futile. It's a waste of time. So what am I saying? The crack demon is real, whether you believe it or not. But for you, it could become and remain just a myth to what you've heard, to what you've seen, to what you've witnessed with your eyes. But I would highly suggest and recommend you not to underestimate the crack demon, and definitely Do not, by any circumstances, intertwine thinking you're gonna escape unscathed. Until next time, Philosopher A.